Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Charlie Zizi is in the building.
Welcome to the Daily Bread with Charlie.
Molweni nonke, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Daily Bread. This is the Daily Bread with Charlie Zizi, the podcast that talks about careers, jobs, businesses, and entrepreneurship. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. So it's 2022 already, can you believe it? So I know we are famous of being a very serious podcast, but this year, to start things off, we are about to talk about funny careers. I mean, we're going to talk about career in comedy. To do that, we're going to talk to our guest. Her name is Kendra Crump, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. She's a comedian and she is very funny. All right, let's welcome you officially on the Daily Bread with Charlie Zizi. It's such a pleasure today.
Thank you so much.
There's a lot I want to talk about with you. I want to talk about your career. I want to talk about, everything with you as a comedian. I was smiling here with me and CJ, and CJ was like, why are you smiling? I'm like, every time I'm speaking to someone who's a comedian, I'm always smiling because like I'm waiting for a joke. It's like I'm gonna laugh before you even say anything. So
Okay.
So I want us to talk about your career in comedy. When did you realize that you are funny or you can be a comedian? Or maybe there was someone who told you that you can be a comedian?
Since really all my life, but I didn't start till 2016 because I had teachers. I had, kids told me I was funny. And it's three things that don't lie. It's children, a drunk man, and leggings. Okay?
All right. Yeah.
And so with that being said, I just said, hey, let me go on Snapchat. That was the first little social media app I went on. And I started saying, hey, welcome back to the Kendra Crump Show. And at the time, my comedy was, very vulgar and like Lil' Kim's hardcore album. It was pretty bad. And I learned over time you can make people laugh without talking about, sex and how much you want to go to Pound Town with somebody. You can talk about race, you can talk about religion.
Yeah.
It used to be a time you can talk about the LGBT LMNO community, and you can't talk about them now because they'll come after you.
Uh-huh.
So with that being said, 2017, 2018 was when, late 2017, early 2018 was when I started posting my videos to Instagram because I realized you can go more viral on IG. And on top of that, Snapchat, people just started sending me random news. And I'm like, sir, you ain't gonna ask me if I ate breakfast this morning? You ain't gonna pay a light bill before you just up and send that? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You don't care? So put it away. Nobody wants to see that. It looks ashy. Put some lotion on it first. Come on now, presentation's everything.
Yeah.
And so Instagram, and plus, like I said, you can go more viral on Instagram. So yeah, that's pretty much how that goes about with that. And then I started jumping on people's podcasts October of 2020.
Uh-huh.
Since October 2020, I have been on at least over 800 podcasts at this point.
Wow. Well, we're so glad you are here. Look, as a comedian, do you face that phase when you making jokes and people are not laughing? Does that really trigger anything to you, when you're making jokes and people are not laughing? Or does that happen to you?
You know what?
Yeah.
It used to bother me, but I said, you know what? I learned, listen, Jordan didn't make all his shots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that goes to show something right there. It's okay if people don't laugh at everything that you say. Look, I got family. When I was 12 years old, my sister said, what is it that you want to be when you grow up? And I had told her I wanted to be a comedian, and she said, you ain't funny. And you know what? I said, okay. That's why present day you got 5 kids. Look, that's why you got present day. Present day you got 5 kids by a man who don't even be home half the time, and you got eczema. Okay, that's what happens when you talk to one of God's children.
Yeah. All right. Well, another thing I wanted to ask you. Okay, you see, my this podcast is all about job, businesses, and entrepreneurship and all that thing. So, do you make money, or how do you make money with your comedy? Like, do you get any gigs?
Oh, I don't. I still got to work for the white man 3 days out the week. This is a nonprofit organization. Okay, that's pretty much what this is. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm just promoting myself to get myself out there, so eventually the right people can listen to this. Because I'm sure, like, you got 30,000 listeners on who listen to your podcast on a regular, right? You're popping, right?
Yeah.
You got 30,000 listeners?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so see, you got 30,000 listeners. So once this episode eventually airs, okay, you're gonna have one of your listeners hit me up, and they're just gonna give me $1 million because you got rich listeners, right?
Wow! All right. So you all about promoting yourself right now.
That's it. You got to promote yourself, man. One thing is this, right? Whatever your dream is, whatever it is that God had gifted you with, you got to go after it. Stop sitting here thinking, it's like, I'm going to use this analogy. It's like women who complain about being single, but they never get out the house. Like, you expect a man to break in the house and be like, I'm here from God. I'm your husband. I broke in your house, but I knew where you live. Bro, it don't work like that. You got to go out and do the work yourself.
Yeah. Like, I was talking about that. I was talking to CJ right now. Like, people out there, they are like, I'm gonna promote you, I'm gonna get you gigs, and then at the end of the day, they wanna eat your money. So do you have people approaching you like, I wanna be your agent, and I wanna make gigs for you? Do you get those people? Like, I
had one dude, one guy who wanted to be like a manager, but he was trying to holler at me, and I'm like, bro, you are the most unprofessional manager there is. Come on now. Like, and then he got upset that I wasn't trying to go out on a date with him because he said he was going to put me on with the person that he claimed that he knew. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cool, sir. It ain't going to work. But like I said, like, stuff like that, I'm like, I am my own manager. I don't have time to sit here and get people to try to say that they're gonna do something, and then all of a sudden I feel them like, getting too close up to me. What you over here trying to rub up on me for, sir? Aren't you married?
I get a lot of people on my DM, about hundreds. They wanna manage me. They wanna promote my podcast, and they promising me all these things. So I know what you're going through. So let's talk about balancing your daily job and your career. Do you get time for both, for your white man's job and also for your comedy?
Well, yeah, I still have time, because like I said, I work 3 days out the week. And then I can do comedy every day. Love life eventually will come. Maybe somebody will break into my house one day. And, oh my goodness, it's you. You come. How'd you know I lived here? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I still have time to do everything.
All right. Are you single? I'm joking. Don't.
I am. So you, like I said, you got any 30,000 of your listeners, and you have to be here in the U.S. of A. I'm out here in Georgia, guys. Okay, you have to be out here. I don't do no. I want you to be my African queen, sir. You got 60 of them. I'm number one. That means I'm gonna be last. You don't forget what my birthday is. If you forget what my birthday is, then we ain't doing with each other no more. I don't care.
All right. Can you remember when we were speaking? I asked you if you can be able to give us a taste of your wealth. Are you gonna be able to do that for us?
That's fine.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad now. I gotta rearrange my thoughts. Okay, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Okay, there you go.
I Hi, guys. My name is Kendra Crump, aka the HNIC, and if you don't know what that means, you need to go look it up on urbandictionary.com. That is actually how I ended up, knowing all my hood vernacular. Because, growing up, the first 8 years of my life, I started off at Riches and I'm still at Rags right now. So if y'all hear some gunshots outside, they're just celebrating I'm on another podcast, But if you hear me just like duck, because there's a way that you can duck and you can hear it, just know I just didn't want to get hit, by their celebration. Back to the story. So yes, first 8 years of my life,
Yeah.
My parents were married, but my parents, on paper, they were married for 25 years, but in reality, it was like really 5. And my mother had the audacity to put my father on child support. How dare she? And I'm like, that's why my mama looked like a backwards question mark, man. Because you don't do that to a man. Okay, you don't do that. Listen, man, to all the ladies out there, stop putting y'all's men on child support, man. Okay, come on. Like, think about it like this, okay? Think about it like this, all right?
Yeah.
Well, what good is child support gonna end up doing for a man? Here comes all the women, they about to get all ruffled. And ladies, come on now. These same women who about to sit here and complain, that's why you have no breast, okay? Your breasts look like the cookies that finished baking in the oven, okay? You just have nothing. You got a long back. Maybe you might have a lot of breasts and you got a long back. We can just use your back for a cutting board. We can just save some money, at your local grocery store. How about that? And I'm pretty sure you got some young women out there who's going to sit here and complain at what I just said. Lady, sis, you're young and your breasts are hanging down to your knees. It looks like you are the African grandmother feeding the village, okay? Like, you are irresponsible and you're 22. All right, I'm just saying, like, come on now. Like, listen, my father, God rest his soul, my father died still owing child support. Come on, who wants that on their grave? They having to go and collect money from him. They knocking on his tombstone, say, sir, I know you were gone, but can I get some of that money? Can I get some of that money? We still owe. Come on now. That's not a way to go out. The best way to go out is on your back. Back to the story. And I remember my mother has said, because I remember I had said, Mama, when I get older, I want to have like a child for every monthly year. She said, Kendra, that's all you want to be in life is on your back? And I looked at her and I said, are you mad because all you were in your life? Yeah, I always had like a little snappy attitude and stuff like that. Like I remember one time my mom looked at me and she said, hey, Kendra, did you go to school today? And I looked at her and I said, all right, did you mind your business today? And then one day I was having the sniffles, one of those many days where I was sick. And she said, Kendra, are you still sick? And I looked at her and I said, yeah, sick of you. So like I said, man, I always had something to say, about my mom. And I mean, I don't know why, but I just did, so no, like I said, with all that being said, it's like, I think that's the thing. Like, for me personally, I'm trying to get to the point in my life where I am finally at that point where I'm back at Riches. Because I realize as time has progressed, I don't like dealing with people. I really don't like people as much as, even though I'm a comedian, but, you got to entertain the crowd. I still don't like dealing with folks. I want to have a home. Okay, I want to have a home where I have my neighbors are 60 feet in the front, 60 feet to the left, and 60 feet to the right. And out here in America, what they do is they will have your homes like literally next door to each other, like only 5 feet of space. And I'm like, bro, you're making us pay $500,000 to have a home where we can high five our neighbors. What type of crap is that? Okay, that to me is just ridiculous. Okay, and then on top of that, you try to park your car in the driveway. Only 2.5 cars can park in the driveway, and these people cannot drive. I tell you, man, these people will sit here. They got their license out of a cereal box. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. And people look, as soon as the light changes to green, they honk at you. Like, the light just changed to green 0.1 second ago. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna put my car in park. I'm gonna dance. Don't you honk at me? But I don't think you should do that because that's how you get shot. So yeah, people don't fight no more. I'm telling you, I think in this day and age, this is in order to obtain a gun, you need to have at least 110 fist fights, in my opinion. But that's all I'm gonna have to say, before I go ahead and offend some more people and get you canceled.
Wow, thank you, Kendra. Can I tell you something? Tell your sister she was wrong. You are damn funny.
It's okay, man. It's that eczema that's in her brain. It's that eczema in her brain, man. Like it just it's all over her body, whatever. I be upset too. I'm itching all day,
Yeah. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kendra Crump. You can always follow her on Instagram. It's at the Kendra Crump Show, or you can always follow her on YouTube. It's Kendra Crump, or you can follow her on Facebook. It's Ken the Free Spirit. Do the same thing. Subscribe, like. It's the Daily Bread with Charlie Zizi. You can listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcast. Until we meet on the next episode, it's the goodbye.